I want to talk about the things I love about the Road King. The Road King is my latest purchase, my latest bike, my first Harley Davidson. A few people have asked if it's my first Harley Davidson. Yes, it is my first Harley Davidson. But I love it. I want to talk about a little bit of the history of the Road King, and we'll get to it after the intro. Okay, the Road King. The Road King was introduced in 1994. I'm a trivia junkie. I love to talk about trivia. The Road King has so much trivia. It's been around for so long. It's been around since 1994. In 1994, it was introduced, and it came out with the EVO engine, the Evolution engine. The Road King replaced the discontinued FLHS motorcycle, and it's been around since 1994. Awesome. In 1999 was the first year Harley Davidson launched the new line of motorcycles, the CVO. Basically the CVO, the custom vehicle operation, was the bike that had all the options. And in 2002, Road King got the first nod for the CVO, which was called the FLHR SE1, followed up by the SE2 in 2003. In 2008, the Road King received three important upgrades: the 6-speed transmission, the 6-gallon gas tank, and analog brakes. 2008, they're behind the 8 ball a little bit on the analog brakes. A lot of the other motorcycle vendors had those, but what an achievement. In 2012, the Road King received the new engine, the 103 twin cam. Now the 103 twin cam also introduced the ETC, electronic throttle control, which is throttle by wire. So there's no cable going down to the engine. It's all electronic. In 2013, the Road King received the 5th CVO model, the SE5. In 2014, we are now at the 20-year mark for the Road King. In the 2014 model, there was big changes. That's when the Rushmore project hit the streets. 2014 was also the first year the CVO received the Blackout edition, which is so popular nowadays. After 2014, the Road King still had the 103 engine, and it continued to have it till 2016. And then we all know about the huge EPA violation and lawsuit. And then in 2017, the Road King came out with a new Milwaukee 8, the 107. The 107 engine, probably the most advances any Harley Davidson engine's ever had. It's getting bigger and bigger. I think 1749 cc engine. It's the engine I have on my bike. I love that engine. But that engine is just not good stock. You have to do something to that engine. You at least have to have a stage 1. Stage 1 is a minimum on that bike. But a stage 2 really makes it sound like the old Harleys. I mean, you still have the classic Harley sound. It's just a lot quieter. It's a lot more subtle. It's got counterbalances in there on the engine. But when you do the new cam upgrade, it really opens it up and makes it sound like a Harley Davidson should sound. I want to talk about 5 things that I enjoy about my 2020 Road King. My 2020 Road King has the 107 Milwaukee 8 engine. I've done the stage 1, I've done the stage 2. Love it, love it, love it. Can't say enough about it. If you're on the fence about doing a stage 1, just do it. If you're on the fence about doing a stage 2, you can wait, but it makes it so much more fun to ride. It's hard not to get the gas on the when you're at a stoplight. Man, it sounds so good. It really opens up the bike. But the 5 things that I enjoy about my Road King. The 2020 year model comes standard with ABS. I would think it would come standard anyway, but ABS is a must, and it makes it that much better. You can put on the front brakes. It actually, when you put the front brake on, it actually gives a little bit of back brake at the same time. It's all electronic control, but man, it is so nice to use ABS. The second thing is it comes with cruise control. Man, I can't imagine being on a touring bike without cruise control, but it comes standard with cruise control. And it's so nice. Cruise control is so nice. I mean, you engage cruise control. If you want to speed up, when you let off the throttle, it goes right back to where you had it set at. It doesn't turn it off. The only time it turns off when you push the button or if you put the brakes on. So it's a great, you can even hold the bar, twist it, the throttle, and it doesn't take it off cruise control. I love that feature. Another thing I love about it, number 3, is it's got shock adjustment in the back. So if you're too up, you can, adjust your shock for the, so it won't be so spongy. You can make it a little bit stiffer. If you got a backpack on, you're going on a camping trip, if you're doing anything, you can adjust the back shock. I like it. Another thing I like about it, it's a big bike. It's 800-900 pounds. It's well over 1,000 with me on it with all my gear. But I love it because it's still the least amount of mileage I've gotten out of my bike is 42 miles per gallon. I mean, the thing is awesome. You don't buy a bike for gas miles, but man, the gas miles is good. Another thing I like about the Road King, it's got the classic design look of a Harley Davidson. I mean, it's got the heritage in mind when they built the Road King. The Road King, they first started making the big frame model Harley Davidson in 1940. I'll put a picture here. And then in 1994 is when the Road King came out to be what it is kind of now. They've still changed things throughout the years. They've stretched the body out. They've done a few things to the transmission. Obviously the engines have been upgraded. But then 1994, and then the 2020, it is just here, right here. This is the one that I have. Great bike. It has the classic feel of the old Harley Davidsons. I love it. And another thing I love about Harley Davidsons, you can't get with any other bike. I've had multiple bikes until I bought the Harley Davidson. But the Harley Davidson is so upgradable. You can do so much of the Harley Davidson upgraded. I mean, there's, other bikes, metric bikes, you go on eBay, you go on any place that sells motorcycle parts, and there's parts out there, but they're not that many and they're expensive. Harley Davidson, you go on eBay, any kind of part store for Harley Davidson, and a lot of the Road King parts are interchangeable because the model really hasn't changed, the body style hasn't changed much, but it is just, there's just so much stuff out there. It's just incredible. But I love the fact that you can upgrade this bike. And I'll say again, I've said it before in my previous videos, my salesperson says, the bike is the down payment on the options. And he's right, man. It is so true. Your imagination is the only thing holding you back on a Harley Davidson, any Harley Davidson. I prefer the Road King. I'm a big dude. I'm 6'5", 250. I love the Road King. So comfortable. You can do 200-300 miles on it and still keep going. It's not bad at all. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. This is my first Talking Head video. If you have any other comments or have anything to say about the Road King or any options you've done or anything that I've missed, this is just my opinion, a little research I've done. The Road King is a great motorcycle. If you're on the fence, you're watching this video, you're on the fence about buying a Road King and really not sure about it, don't hesitate. It's a great bike. It's the classic Harley Davidson. Thanks for watching, and come back next time, and hope to see you soon.